Okay. Hi guys!
Hi! So, we're here, Ellie and Stephanie, and we thought we would start Sofa Sundays. Sofa Sundays are gonna be days when we just sit on the sofa, obviously, because we're
We
here.
are right now.
And we were just gonna chat about some of the issues that you guys might be dealing with in your day-to-day lives, and we're gonna share some of our experiences as well.
Yep.
And hope that you get something out of it. That's a good idea.
So some of the topics we're going to be talking about today is just about how to be happy in yourself and be satisfied with the life you're really living as a person and an individual. So,
yeah. So, I guess one of the things teenagers like typically go through is being sort of pressured into being somebody that they're not because it's popular in school or maybe in their communities when they're living, around all of their friends. They don't want to branch out and to say actually I like this or I don't want to do that, and they're kind of peer pressured into being whatever it is that's popular at that moment, and getting the things that are popular, dressing a certain way and things like that.
like people in high school can be really scared to like venture out into their own and be like their own kind of person, like wearing different types of clothes or even makeup, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Because just when you're in school, it can be kind of like you're going to be the odd one out, and it's really a big thing when you're in school.
Yeah, because if you wanna wear something that's different, that's not what everyone's wearing, you've not got the trainers that everybody's wearing because maybe you just don't like trainers, or you don't like what people are wearing because you don't want to be in that sort of cult of wearing what everyone's wearing. If you're not, then people are going to start, maybe teasing you and bullying you, saying, "Oh, can't you afford this or that? Why aren't you wearing Converse? Because everybody wears Converse. Converse are the cutest
that's
things
the
ever."
thing, like, I don't know about
Yeah.
I don't know about you, that I've worn Converse for years before they were the popular thing.
Yeah.
And for me, when it was popular, I actually stopped wearing mine because I was like, well, I want to be my own person, which is like a thing I'm actually quite proud of. In school, like I was like, I want to be my own person, like decide what footwear I actually choose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have someone decide for me what I wear.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the Converse thing, I did the Converse when everybody went to Vans. I went and bought Converse.
She was a bit late.
I was late with it because I quite liked seeing some of the Converse with the denim shorts and stuff like that, and I thought, oh, that is quite nice, but I mean there's just too many people wearing it, so I don't want to wear it. But yeah, when I was at school, I think people did find me a bit odd because I loved Avril Lavigne, and not a lot of people at the time loved Avril Lavigne. And I wanted, like, when she did Skater Boy, I absolutely loved her. I thought she was fantastic. I wanted her hair. My hair was like poker straight, which was fine because poker straight.
Which is another thing though.
Yeah, that was in. As soon as GHDs or
straighteners or any kind of brand.
Yeah, like the more, before people got GHDs, there was like a couple of other brands that were pretty good. I can't even remember the one. I think I had Remington ones or something like that, and they were really good because I have really frizzy hair. But straight hair was the thing. You could not have curly hair. And I was a sucker for that because I did like really straighten my hair, damaged it terribly.
For a time, I was like really into straightening my hair and stuff, but then I kind of realised, okay, so for a time I just felt, you know what I mean, it actually took me quite a lot of time, and I didn't really have that much time in the mornings anyway to like sit there straightening my hair constantly to get it like that poker straight thing, so I just kind of tied it up and hoped for the best.
Yeah. I would straighten my hair at night and then just brush it through in the morning, and it's fine, and I do that all the time anyway. But I do tend to now, like, I do like leave my hair curly some days. I do kind of like straight hair, which is why I do go for straight hair more often, or just like kind of beachy, using a salt spray sort of thing in my hair. Makeup. Well, how are you with makeup?
I was quite outrageous. Like, I had a lot of courage trying different eyeshadows, and I remember I used to be into, when we first met, I used to be into a lot of black eyeliner and just like really black eyes, and then I think a couple of times I went for really bright colours, probably green and blue were my favourite, and that was quite out there.
Yeah, I was never.
Me.
Yeah, I was never really confident. I had really bad skin going into, I think it was second year of school, so I would have been about 14, 14, 15 nearly. And I kind of did start wearing like kind of sort of foundation and things like that when I went to high school, because I loved makeup as a kid. I loved like playing with loads of makeup. But I really wanted to wear blusher. I just thought that people might think I looked like a clown.
I tried fake tan wipes.
I've never tried fake tan wipes.
Oh, don't. I think this must have been when I was like probably 13 or 14, and I remember it was a nightmare. I woke up in the morning and my legs were really streaky.
Oh.
And I was sitting scrubbing at my legs in the morning because I had PE that day, and I was like, I cannot go into the gym in shorts with these legs. So I had to, that was like my only experience, and since then I have never fake tan because of that experience, which is pretty sad, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm quite happy. I'm quite pale-ish, but I mean, just kind of scared that it's going to be the same result.
See, yeah, I found Saint-Tropez and I quite like Saint-Tropez. It doesn't make me streaky or anything like that, and I do fake tan quite a bit now, but not like to the extent where I'm gonna, like, I tend to use a Saint-Tropez gradual tan as well, not to the extent I'm just gonna whack it all in and then be orange the next day and panic, but yeah. So yeah, I guess like, see when you're in school and you know you kind of just want to fit in. A lot of people concentrate on their social skills quite a lot at school, fitting in with everybody and things like that, but I just don't think I would be happy. I wouldn't. I was in a big crowd at school as well at one point, and it was all about hanging about with the boys and all of this, and I just wasn't happy. There was too much bitchiness going on in it.
Very.
And then I ended up falling out with everybody because I had went out with one of the boys, because like I wasn't actually even that interested in boys at the time. I really wasn't. You know, I was just interested in makeup. Yeah, makeup, and I loved art. Like, art was my favourite subject at school, and that was what I just absolutely loved. And you know, so I went out with this boy, and we were out hanging out every night, and really I just wanted to be sitting in the house playing about my makeup at night. But I went out because everybody was like, you know, they'd phone you like constantly, and they used to phone the house as well, and I just used to eventually go out and hang out with them, and I actually fell out with them all because of it, because they were so bitchy, and they were, oh, she said this and she said that and whatever, and I just fell out with them. And
the thing is, if you're being forced like each night to go out, you're not really going to enjoy.
No, I wasn't, and especially with like, they all wore tracksuits as well, and I only had like a couple of tracksuits because I didn't really like, I wanted to be girly, I wanted to wear what girls wore, and you know, and
that's the thing, like, you don't really want to be like they are, but you're too scared to kind of admit that and be, well, I don't really want to be like you.
Yeah, I was not happy whatsoever. And when they kind of fell out with me, which was pretty good, but they did fall out with me, and then they would then phone and say, oh, we want to make up with you, we want to forgive you, and I was like, excuse me, I didn't do anything wrong. And then I just kind of like, I went away from that crowd, which was pretty good, and I kind of found other friends, and you know, and got back into reading my books because I was a book lover.
Me as well.
And I discovered Harry Potter at that time, which was like the best thing ever. Yeah, and I just became so much more happier. I think my grades improved as well, because my grades kind of slipped in school by going out, and you know, and I was getting to kind of coming into, you know, fourth year when you sit your exams, and that just, you know, I was like, okay, I really need to buck up my ideas here, and get started, you know, with studying and stuff like that. And to be honest, I'm not actually friends with them anymore, which is, you know, and I don't keep in contact with them. They're not in my Facebook or anything like that. and it's not been a huge loss, really. I mean, you're only at school for a certain period of time.
And you should enjoy like that many years you're actually there, because like there's no point of regretting it later in life.
Because you can never go through that again. You know, with like college and university and things, if you make a muck up of that experience, or you're not satisfied, you can actually always go back and relive college and university. You can go and do something different, you can change that, but you can never go back to school and and learn the lessons that you kind of learned throughout there. And to be honest, I would love to go back to school and just be who I was when I was in fifth and 6th year.
Because that's when I think I really came out my shell a bit. And I was really happy with the group of friends I had, because like in my first year of school, like the first kind of, say maybe about month where I started, I was hanging out with people who actually went to my school before that, and I was just really unhappy because one, like I didn't really like the people because they were quite bitchy, and like all they talked about was boys. Let's go see this boy, let's go see that boy. And I was just kind of like, well, I want to kind of enjoy my experience of like school before I, like, you know what I mean. It's just wanted to enjoy what I had, so kind of drifted away from them, and then I found a great group of friends. So pretty happy.
I loved the fifth and fourth, fifth, and you know that those kind of years when you do grow up a bit and you start to think about what you want to do with your life. That's like so important. And for me, like, you know, I really wasn't interested in boys. I was like such people like on the TV would, you know, when they talk about how young people are growing up so fast, I never did, you know.
Fully
I've still not grown up. I still do all the, you know, the kiddie kind of stuff that you think's a bit sad. But yeah, I still played with my Barbies. Like when I was like in primary 7, I still had a good collection of them going. I did have a little sister as well, which was kind of sneaky, which was good to, you know, that was
like,
was good.
They're hers, not me.
Yeah, they're hers. You know,
but I think what we're trying to say is just, you need to think about what makes you happy and what is going to make you happy in school and in university and whatever you're doing in life. You need to be really confident, I think, to explore what makes you happy.
And to be honest, don't get hung up on boys, because honestly, like, I don't think I would date any of the boys that were in my high school. Had I went to a different high school, maybe, because my boyfriend is much more mature than some of the boys that I went to school with. And you know, some of the boys like in my year, all they were interested in was breaking their virginity, and they just did not care about anything else. And me coming from that sort of different background, coming from like going to church and being in that Christian environment, that I just didn't give a damn about, you know, that sort of thing. I was just like, I respect myself not to just let that one thing go to anybody. I'm not gonna be like that, and you know, and I'm not gonna be one of those sort of teen mums who, you know, wanted to be a teen mum but not for the right reasons, not for the reasons of I want to have a child because I want to bring a better person into the world or anything like that. You know, you do get some, and I'm not saying all, but you do get some who just want a baby as a fashion accessory.
Definitely.
Or to hang on to a boy because they feel that that's what they should do. Find your own thing, find something that you're passionate about and go with that. If it's making makeup videos on YouTube, go ahead. If it's making funny videos on YouTube, like, you know, anything that, you know, you might be a really good comedian, then go ahead, do that. Music, art, whatever, find yourself and just concentrate on developing yourself.
And if videos is something you want to do, I'm sure if you leave a video response, we'd love to see that, actually. To see you exploring that new kind of thing.
Thanks for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and we'll continue to do more, and subscribe so that you know when the videos are uploaded.